I supposed to be able to hear that music? Oh, there it is. I can't tell you how much I like that sound. I like that sweet, sweet sound, me-hoes. Oh, shit. Here's the problem. I'm hearing myself in my headphones. How do I turn that off? I'm flying solo today, everybody. So what I'll do, just take that headphone out. Anyway. I'm going to post something in the Rumble chat there. There it is. That's me. Hey, it's me. "17 seconds. Oh, man. Oh, hey, everybody. It changed automatically. I wasn't ready for it. Like I said, I had to pull my headphone out. I got it set up last minute. I'm alone. In more ways than one. Your boy's not doing too well. That's okay. I come here to cheer you up. Happy cold beer, everybody. Happy cold beer. I posted a link in the chat for a reason. If y'all can see that on Rumble, great. On YouTube, sorry, I can't control that many things at once. Okay. But I was scrolling X, as I'm wont to do before these shows, cold beer or otherwise, and there was a post from Rumble, and it's like, hey, share your favorite shows on Rumble. And so, of course, 50 people saw that post because nobody gives a shit about Rumble, but that's okay. So I was like, hey, let's get our big old Telegram audience to like that link and tell everybody that their favorite channel is Murder the Media. So we got 2 likes on that in the last hour. Thanks, everybody. You fucking jerks. Not you guys here, but the Telegram people. 15,000 strong. It's like 14,927 turds. And then a few diamonds. And that's you guys. I just wanted to say I appreciate it. So, as I'm preparing the show today by myself, Nick is gone. He's receiving AIDS treatment in Tennessee. Little known fact. He suffers from the HIV, but that's okay. We think he's going to beat it if he can stop having all that gay sex. Anyway, so he's not here, but I was able to call and be like, hey, I got some questions about setting things up. Obviously, I didn't set everything up correctly, like my headphones. But other than that, I think it's good. I think it's pretty good. But I'm staring at the background look at all this stuff here. I'm turning around, I'm looking at it, and I'm going, you know what? We need to add more stuff. So the first thing I want to ask everybody here in the chat, now I can see the YouTube chat, I can see the Rumble chat, and I want to ask you guys, hey, what's some other kitschy shit we can throw on the bar wall? And I'm making a list. This way it's a physical list, and I can see it, and I don't just type it somewhere, right? So I was thinking like a dartboard would be cool, you know? Just think of your favorite, I would say your favorite bars, but who really hangs out in bars anymore? Think of your favorite iconic bar movies like Roadhouse, and think of some stuff that they had on the walls, and let me know, and I'll write it down. So let me get started here with Dr. Brewski sends 5 big old dollars. I got that right. I got the buttons right. You know what? That's a $5 one right there. Brewski, cheers, brother. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Colt Brohannon sends $1. Wrong button.
I don't care.
Also, I don't care. Only about him. Just kidding. I hope everybody's having a good time. Colt Brohannon, I'm sorry. He sent $1 and he said, Big Mouth Bigot Bass is here. I'm so happy. I feel like we should make him bigger and maybe customize his nameplate. Yeah. So anyway, today, cold beer, was it earned by me? I think so. Let me tell you what I did. Woke up pouring rain, like flood level rain. And I go, well, I'm not working today. So I've got all these tools, and I've got all these electronics, and I got all this gun stuff. And ever since I moved into my new house, it's just been in all these boxes sitting in a back storage room. And today I was like, well, I could sit around all day and mope, but I think I'm going to start organizing this stuff. And I did. And I'm getting rid of all kinds of stuff, and I'm organizing it. And then I go, you know what? I've been needing to get a new battery in my car and an oil change. On top of having to fix my air conditioner, which I've given up on. I'm taking that to a mechanic on Thursday. Vacuum lines, don't mess with them. Not going to do it. So I went and got the oil changed. I went shopping for the fam and got a new battery. Then I got back. I had to survey the area, survey the property for any flood damage. There wasn't any. Things look good. And I go, yeah, I earned me a cold beer. And here I am with you. So if y'all drink, have a cold beer. I having a cold drink, not beer. Maybe. And we're going to get into, because Thursdays just historically seem to be a low headline day. There's not a lot of stuff going on Thursday. Maybe I missed it. I checked everywhere. My favorite places, Drudge Report, Rantingly, which is the opposite of Drudge Report. Same stories, different takes. I know what you're saying. But Drudge Report is dog shit. Yeah. Yeah, it is. And then I check X. That's where I saw the Rumble thing. Which, by the way, let me show you all this so y'all can see it. Share your favorite Rumble channel below. That's what you'll see if you click on that link that's in the top of the chat. I would pin it if I knew how, but I don't. Soul Explorer Coaching says he's drinking that White Claw. Right on. Just going through the comments. Oh, another active shooter right now. What? What? Send me a link. Send me a link. And I'll try to pull it up. But all I've got for now is a story that a lot of people might not actually be aware of. Now, we try to do the big headline stuff on cold beer and just get it out of the way for the day. And maybe we'll revisit it for the longer show on the weekend. By the way, I just got word Saturday, very special guest, Jacob Chansley, also known as the J6 Shaman. Yeah, we're going to have him on the show. So tell your friends, come on by and check that out. But also tell your friends to go to Rumble and say that your favorite channel is Murder the Media, even if it's not. But we all know that it is. So if you've got X, formerly known as Twitter, go there and, like I said, the link is at the top of the chat. And, yeah, give us a little like. Right now we're battling with Nick Fuentes, and that's it. He's really winning in that comment section. We can do better. Come on. Okay, so here's what's going on. Everybody needs to be made aware of this. Japan is claiming, there's a lot to this, there's layers to this. Japan is claiming that they are, in fact, not welcoming Nigerians to a certain city in Japan. However, YouTube Nigerians are claiming that they are. And they're trying to get Nigerians to flood there. I hope I got the country right, but who cares? They're all the same. Starts with an N. And I'm seeing some people say, no, they totally encourage this. And now they're saying that they didn't because their country's angry about it. Somebody posted a statistic. I think it was Martyr made. It might have just been an opinion. But I think it was a statistic where he said, he posted on his Twitter, X, God, I'm tired of saying both, that 98% of every country in modern history, 98% of the civilian population has rejected the idea of mass foreign immigration. Yet, they still get it. They still get it. And it's looking like Japan is no different. Here's the video I'm talking about.
The government of Japan have decided to give this entire city to Nigerians. I'm telling you, no joke. No be joke matter. It's not joke matter. See, they sign her into law. They have decided to give this entire city. The city name is called Kizaraza. They already inspecting it. Nigeria government are already inspecting it. And it look almost really empty. You see, it look empty. Nobody. Nigerians will come populate this place.
Aha! It was Nigerians. Now I know what a lot of you might be thinking. You might be thinking, what a coot. You also might replace that T with an N. And that's what I thought. But then more information starts coming out where a certain person, I'm going to play her in this video, is indeed claiming that they are trying to get Nigerians in Japan.
Greetings from Yokohama, Japan, a historic crossroads of people, ideas, and opportunities, and the gateway for many migrants through the years. I'm honored to be here for the 9th Tokyo International Conference on African.
Sure does look and sound like they're trying to import a bunch of Nigerians. Now, why would they do this? Well, why would they do that in the United States? Why would they do it in all these countries in Europe? Because they hate you. They keep saying, folks, I just feel like a broken record at this point. But they keep saying, your birth rates are falling. You're not able to repopulate your own nations. There's labor shortages everywhere. You need foreign workers. What they don't tell you is that the foreign workers, they don't work. Statistically, most of them come over, whether it be the United States or Western nations in Europe, and they just suck off the teat of the taxpayer while just breeding. So you do get a younger population, and you do get working age people, but they don't work, and a lot of the times, their religious goals are to outbreed you, pretend to be peaceful, and then take over politically and locally, and then subjugate you all to Sharia law. That sounds weird too, because you're like, well, are they the ones advocating that they come here? No, it's not. It's people like this. People that don't look Muslim at all.
It's an important platform to strengthen cooperation with Japan and countries across the African continent. And I just want to take a moment to express our deep appreciation for Japan's leadership and longstanding support to IOM.
Oh,
Japan has been one of our most committed
That's
and
him cooking up
reliable
crack
partners,
cocaine.
not
See
only
that?
here into IOM. Japan has been one of our most
think,
committed
the
and
best crack
reliable partners,
in
not only
Nigeria.
here in Asia, but across Africa and beyond. Thanks to Japan's generosity, we've been able to respond quickly in times of crisis, support families displaced from their homes, and create safe...
Anywho, it's a long video. Not going to play the whole thing. We got a limited amount of time, and I'm 2 minutes till the end of the show. Of course, I'm not going to wait. I'll go over that. Brewski sent $1. He said, I think it was blacks from Niger. So who's this lady? Who's this lady that's pushing that? Well, that's Amy Pope, Executive Director of the International Organization for Migrants, who is visiting Japan to attend the Tokyo International Conference on African Development, a conference that the Japanese government claims doesn't exist. She spoke to the Mainichi Shimbun in Yokohama on the 20th. She stated that Japan, which faces there it is. I just said it. I hadn't even read this yet. I just said it because I've said it 1,000 times on this show. They keep saying the same thing. Now, is Japan facing a declining birth rate? Yeah. Do they try to solve the reason for that? No. They just go, perfect opportunity to bring in a bunch of foreigners. Or as the Japanese call them, gaijin! Hey! Declining birth rate, an aging population, and a serious labor shortage. And African countries, which are struggling to create jobs for young people, share common needs. Again, nonsense. Nonsense. I don't have them in front of me, but I would really like to have the statistic that says take England, for example, or the United States, or France. What percentage of Nigerian immigrants or Somalian immigrants or any other black African immigrants or North Africans even, the brown ones, what percentage of them work versus the percentage of them that don't? That includes men and women and their children that are of working age. And it would astonish you. Well, it wouldn't really astonish you. By the way, Brewski says, can we get an early life check? Yep. Hey, guess what? You're right. Yeah, again. She stressed it is essential to ensure fair treatment and compensation for workers and create an environment in which they can participate as part of their communities. Japan seems to be a pretty futuristic, technologically savvy nation. So what jobs are the people from Nigeria gonna get? The world needs ditch diggers too, you know. That doesn't help your population. Somebody's going to pick up the trash. This is Japan. They've already got robots and robot trucks that pick up the trash. That's just my guess. I don't know that. I've never seen that. I'm just assuming. It's Japan. That's what they do. So once again, you're just all just being replaced by people that nobody want here. And the other glaringly obvious thing is, well, if these people are so beneficial to the societies that they're trying to push them into, why isn't their country thriving? They've got just a surplus of young working age men who know how to build little crack torches and brick walls, mud brick walls. Yet I don't see a lot of them, mud brick walls, in Nigeria or anywhere these people are coming from. So just know this, folks. Oh, by the way, have y'all told me anything I should put on the background here? Let me know. I want to write it down. It's an interactive show, people. But you would have thought everybody did think Japan was the last bastion of homogeneity. How long do you give it before it's just France? How long before Nagasaki is just Paris? Or Hiroshima is just London? Well, it's happened. Soul Explorer Coaching says yes. Scroll up. I will. Oh, yeah. Something that says, oh my God, that's racist. That would be great. It'd be great if there was a watercolor painting of the beach in the background. Watercolor. I actually put watercolored painting. Painting of beach. Scrolling back down now. Sorry that the show sucks today. Cobra Hannon sends $1. That's what every nation needs. More diggers.
The real problem is
Diggerism.
niggerism.
The problem is diggerism. But yeah, you can give them a shovel. They're not going to use it to dig because nobody's going to pay them to do that. It's Japan. They've got technology for that. You know, like backhoes and stuff. Yanmar. They got all... Japan makes a lot of heavy-duty equipment. Good stuff, too, from what I hear. And, yeah, they don't... I can't think of a job that a Nigerian needs in Japan. And here's another thing nobody's even addressing. So you send 100 Nigerians to Japan. How long till they learn the language? Are the Japanese going to have to capitulate to that, too? Well, no, they're not going to be able to learn Japanese. You have to learn Nigerian or Swahili. I think that's what they speak in Nigeria. I don't know. I also don't care. But on a long enough timeline, we're all going to have to learn to speak it. if this keeps up. So, yeah, Cast Iron IRL with Honey J. Badger says, I'd move to Europe if it was still Europe. I'd visit Japan if it wasn't full of Nigerians. Could you imagine taking a trip, and this is like a once-in-a-lifetime trip for a lot of people, and I've wanted to do it. I've wanted to go to Japan and find just like the perfect sushi restaurant. Like a long time ago, Michael Malice mentioned going to Japan, and he said that he found this place, and it's got one table, one sushi chef, and one waitress. And the sushi chef, I gotta stop saying that, is like kind of like an old curmudgeon on purpose, and the waitress is really nice, and they give each other like a hard time back and forth, but they basically just serve your one table. Like, that's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. So now imagine saving up for a long time, going to Japan, and being like, I cannot wait to have real, authentic Japanese sushi in Japan. And you get there, and a Nigerian is your sushi chef. I would leave. Can I leave a country a bad review? Japan, 1 star. That's where you're heading, Japan. That's where you're heading. And you know who's not heading there? People going on a Japanese vacation. Because I can get blacks and Japanese people in Texas. You know what I mean? I want pure Japanese. That's all I'm saying. So, yeah. Soul Explorer Coaching says, it just goes to show that the Kalergi plan isn't personal. Yeah, what is it, though? I mean, it just seems like, I guess it's just to make everybody the same, which means make everybody suck. Make every country dog shit. Look at everywhere that there's a... And you all know this. I don't even know why I'm saying it. I just didn't have anything to talk about today. Canada. Oops, all Indians. The United States, just a hodgepodge of everybody, and everybody hates everybody else. No, they don't. Everybody gets along. No, they don't. The more they add, the more hostile everything becomes. Here's another thing. Japanese culture is the type that when they go to another country to visit, they're very polite, and they go, I'm visiting here. I'm a guest. I'm going to be on my best behavior. The Japanese are one of those countries. The United States, like a white person from the United States generally is on their best behavior when visiting in another country. Now I want you to think of countries like South American countries, Mexico, India, anywhere from Africa, North or South Africa. They go to other countries, and I'm not saying all of them, but they are statistically much more likely to commit crime in their host nations. And yet they just keep bringing them on in. Dr. Brusky says, the Jews have a huge beef with Japan for World War II. Are they doing this shit? Are they doing this shit to China? I have seen that they are trying to import people to China. And we all know China doesn't need people. They don't need them. But apparently the Chinese people are pushing back. What has always stunned me is that in places like Japan, you've always heard of this honor code and this system, and how important it is to maintain a beautiful, respectful society based on honor. And you've already seen the video of the American YouTube blacks going into stores without cashiers and just walking out with shit, being like, there's no cashier, you can just steal shit. They don't say there's no cashier, I don't know how to pay. They go, there's no cashier, I can just take everything I want. Imagine. So yes, the United States does export shit people to other countries, and I wish that they would keep them. Unfortunately, they'll come back. But Japan was one of those places you thought would always just be Japanese. And I'd like to revisit this subject in 5 to 10 years and see if they really did if they really did take over that town that they were offered in Japan. And it wouldn't shock me one bit. What shocks me, much like it does in the United States, Canada, Scotland, France, England, Sweden, what shocks me is there's never any pushback. And why? Especially nowadays when you can look at all these examples and go, we know what happens if we don't do anything. the death of our nation happens. But for some reason, they've got this psychological game figured out to where nobody pushes back on a scale of significance that would turn the tide. Why is that? Some reasons would include nobody wants to lose their job by getting slapped with a hate crime. Social justice, social credit, basically. The way you worry about other people looking at you. If you were like, think of the girl in Scotland, the one that had the knife and the hatchet. She's already being attacked by other Scottish people, and like, well, let the police handle it. You look crazy. No girl should have a knife and an axe. Meanwhile, the mother put out a statement and said, "This is what happened." Her little sister was assaulted the day before that by the same people filming her. Then they riled them up. They chased them. They were threatening to beat them up again. And then the knives came out, and that's when they started recording and antagonizing. So it looks like for no reason at all, this 12-year-old girl, 13-year-old girl, she might even be 14, just pulls out knives, and she's got panic on her face. And you still have native Scots saying, "I can't believe that girl would do that." Well, nobody can believe that you would let these predators into your country and then defend them and go after the girl trying to protect herself. That's just a microcosm of everything we're talking about. And the same thing will happen in Japan. Because the police and the courts and social opinion and international opinion will rain down on anybody that speaks out against it. And that's how they make you think that you're in the minority, that you're the crazy one, that you're the one that it just doesn't see what a benefit this is to these nations that need these people because the low birth rate. They need the aging population. They don't have enough employees. Keep in mind, this is another thing that I don't hear talked about often enough. Whether you believe in AI or not, they are going to use that type of technology to replace a lot of jobs. So what are the jobs they are going to replace? Oh, the ones that you let in millions of refugees, immigrants, illegal or otherwise, into these nations. Are they going to self-deport when these governments start giving out what do they call them? Andrew Yang used to talk about this all the time, where they give you a check every month just for existing. And they're going to have to do that because AI is going to replace so many people's jobs. Universal basic income. That's becoming a real conversation again because people aren't going to have jobs. And there's not going to be any jobs for them to have because AI is going to take over. Okay, so is it really smart to be importing so many people for the jobs that are going to need to be done? Because I don't see them jumping into the tech sector. Not from Nigeria anyway. And there's already complications and a lot of issues in the tech sector in the United States because of Indians replacing actual workers who know what they're doing and hiring all of their buddies. Yeah, that's going to just continue to get worse, by the way. So what happens when they're all replaced? If their option is a shitty version of the United States where they can't get a job, or a literal shitty version of India that they left, do you think they're going to go back? No, they're not going to go back. So what are they going to do? They're going to make your lives worse. They're going to make crime higher. And that's the Indian faction. I'd argue to say that as incompatible as it is, it's still a lot better than the Nigerian faction or the Iraqi faction. Nobody's going to have jobs. And then they're not going to leave. And they're already mad about getting the free shit that they get now. Not even working. Hotel stays, cell phones, banquets. They give these people banquets every day of their life. They buy them the latest technology to keep them entertained. So they're playing PlayStation and billiards in their hotel room that they don't have to pay for, that they don't have to leave either. And they're still mad. They're still stabbing people. They're still yelling Allahu Akbar and stabbing people in the streets. Happens every week, probably happens every day. And you only hear about certain ones, and pretty soon they are not going to even have the possibility of getting a job, but they keep bringing them in. So we know right then it's not about jobs. It's just about replacing you. I don't know why yet. I'm going to look into it. I think it's just about sowing chaos so there's no cohesion in these homogenous nations anymore, which will then allow them to just take over everything, because then you'll stay fighting each other and not the people who are actually making your lives worse. And with that, this turned into a Blackville and not a cold beer, and I ran on longer than I should. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I'll be back tomorrow for the long Friday show. And I say long, I mean like an hour, because I don't feel like doing this. Not without another 17 cold beers. But I've pushed my drinking day to Sunday after church. That's right. Why would you do that? Why would I do that, you might say? Well, it's because then I can't get too tore up because I know I got to go to work the next day. Boo. You know what else sucks? Work. Got to earn that cold beer. Anyway. Soul Explorer Coaching says AI is doing a lot of my job right now. I don't tell my coworkers though. Hey, get it while you can. Get it while you can, everybody. Okay, really, no to the towel head mount. So you want like a Muhammad on the wall? We got it. Towel head Muzzy mount. Okay, maybe I missed some stuff, so let me go through here. Exalted Patriarch says a stripper pole. I think those are really only found in titty bars, and this is just like a old shitty dive bar. So I'm going to say no on that one. I don't really know how to get it to fit. Okay, the Japanese alphabet is filled with biblical symbolism. I wasn't aware of that. Okay. Put a Photoshop taxidermy mount of Ilhan Omar. Oh, okay. Give her a big rack. Which one is Ilhan Omar? Oh, the Somalian one. Again, guys, I don't think that would be in a bar. Like a kind of a country dive bar. Ilhan Omar rack. Okay. All right. Okay. Yep. All right. That's it. Now remember, everybody, if you don't mind, go to the Rumble Takeover. I'm going to post that again in chat real quick. Go there and help us out. Give us a little heart like we're losing to Nicholas J. Fuentes, which is, we're obviously not going to beat that channel on Rumble. He's got 254,000 subscribers. But maybe you can help us get our name out there. This show ran long. It's not what it was supposed to do. I've already ruined it. With that, I bid you adieu, or as they say in Paris, Allahu Akbar, a booga 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 booga.